Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Norman Duke, bringing you another Total War Shogun 2 battle. This battle was fought on the Numadzawa map, and for once I brought a different army than usual. I got 4 units of Longsword Ashigaru, 2 units of Bow Ashigaru, and 2 units of Light Cavalry. This is a small funds battle because my opponent was ranked 2 or 3, and so we were forced to play with this setup. And speaking of my opponent, he got a pretty balanced army. He got 2 units of Bow Ashigaru, one is currently hidden. He got, if I'm not mistaken, 3 units of Longsword Ashigaru, some of them are hidden. He then got 1 unit of Katana Samurai, 2 units of Yari Ashigaru, and this unit of Yari Cavalry, these guys here. So, in this map there are 3 key buildings when they are enabled. In fact, I don't know how to disable them, but in any case. And there's a shrine here, a factory here, and a sword dojo around here. Here it is. My opponent rushed this side of the map, probably because of a hill. There's a pretty nice hill here from which you can camp and do similar things. Well, I prefer to rush this side because we got sorry, there are 2 key buildings. And I'm rushing one of the buildings with my light cavalry, dismounting it, of course. These are my guys. Well, I'm rushing the other one with my Longsword Ashigaru, and I'm putting my my Bow Ashigaru on this bank of the river. And in this battle, sorry for that lag, in this battle my retainers were the Blind Monk Sensei to increase my accuracy, then I got the Untrained Fugyu Cook to reduce my opponent's melee attack, and then I got 2 retainers, the Swordmaster I believe, to increase my man's melee attack with swords, and the practice field. Well, it was some sort of training field to increase my swords unit's defense. So these Yari Ashigaru are normally absolutely crappy, but at present they are kinda like small killing machines. My opponent instead got the Bad Omen retainer, and I don't know which other retainers, but it was rank 2, so I believe you get only 1 retainer at rank 2, I don't know. But he got a Bad Omen retainer, which is that unlucky crow, which reduces your Ashigaru unit's morale, and guess what? All of my army is composed of Ashigaru, so I was kinda worried. In any case, as you can see, there's a bit of a stall here. Yeah, my opponent about camping on our bank. My opponent is shifting around his units, and I move forward my Bow Ashigaru to get some shots. Nothing special. Here's my opponent's unit. Kinda cool, that sort of bronze color. I tried to get gold once with the army painting utility, but I just got crappy yellow despite using the RGB settings for gold. So it sucks. And by the way, recording directly at 720 resolution looks like it's a kind of good choice, because as you can see the video runs much smoother, and it should look the same on YouTube. My opponent sent his archers forward, and I am returning fire. I use my usual trick of focusing 1 unit with 2 of mine. Or I will do so in a matter of a few seconds. And I was looking elsewhere at the moment, and this is a big mistake when you're playing. So I did not notice in time this Yari Cavalry moving to charge me. I will notice this around now and move away my archers. But luckily I will take only a few losses because these guys were crossing the river. They also lost 1 man, while I lost 11. I was sending in my own light cavalry to a rescue, but his men are retreating, and I'm not gonna engage them because they're far superior to my cavalry. So the tale begins again. Or is it stall? No, I believe it's stall. Stale is an adjective meaning something which has gone bad. So, again, I put my units on this bank of the river. And my opponent, as you can see, was pretty much fulfilling my prediction, because he's basically trying to camp on this hill. But this is not gonna work, because as I told you, I got a retainer increases my bow's accuracy, and plus I got extra air armor from the workshop and extra morale from the shrine, and so Being equal in numbers, my archers are superior to his archers. And speaking of his archers, at present he's sending them forward. And of course, for some reason, the cinematic view doesn't show the weapons. I don't know why. And now again, I focus one unit to a mine, and these guys are gonna drop like flies. Look, invisible bows. Arrows fly. There's a nice song called Arrows Fly from Mad Guy. Na 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 na, arrows fly. And after me singing, I think I got I'll be down to no subscribers. And I like in 3 hours from now. Look at this guy. How did he die from that wound? Well, he's probably faking. He doesn't want to fight anymore, so he pretends to be dead. In any case, my opponent loses this unit of Bow Ashigaru, and he's shifting this unit back. He doesn't want it to get shot. And so, stall again, because I'm not gonna move forward to get myself killed against these units. Sorry for his horrible leg. And he's not gonna move forward. So, some time will pass with like nothing happening. Let me speed things up a bit. Oh, in fact, not much time will pass because I moved forward, and now my opponent is moving his units forward. And by the way, my targeting priority at this moment of the battle was first this unit of Longsword Ashigaru because we are closer, so I can target them. Then is veteran unit of Longsword Ashigaru when they come into range, and after that, when my opponent's Katana Samurai will come into range, I will target them. This is my priority because I'm not interested in fighting against his archers anymore, then not a concern. I want to weaken his melee troops, particularly the veteran and the samurai. Now I move my units forward, making them up with my cavalry, and I put my general into range to inspire them and do its stuff. My opponent stopped these his units here. I don't know why it is so. And they get charged by this huge mob of infantry. And as I told you, I get retainers boosting my sword troops' effectiveness, and plus I get increased armor and morale. My opponent got increased melee attack, but this doesn't really compensate my advantage. Also, Santini's Yari Ashigaru were absolutely crappy against sword units. And I don't know if it was the water screwing up or the unexisting anti-aliasing screwing up, but for a few seconds it looked like this guy's sword was covered by electricity or something close to it. Oh, that is screwed. My opponent with this cavalry, of course not my cavalry here. He probably wanted to take a rear shot at me, but I moved my light cavalry here. Light cavalry is normally no match for Yari cavalry, even if outnumbers it 2-1. But my opponent knows, as I know, that my light cavalry can hold this Yari cavalry for long enough to make it effectively useless. And this is what I'm actually gonna do now, because he's trying to get a charge with his Yari cavalry. I send in my light cavalry, and I'm getting crappy close-ups. And these guys are no match for Yari cavalry. I mean, look at my numbers. They are dropping faster than you can say 1, 2, 3. But they are not here to kill that Yari cavalry. They're just here to hold it up. My opponent is getting a desperate charge with his general, but I send in my own general, and plus these guys were decimated by arrows already. He's trying to retreat, but I switch the target of one of my sword units against his general, and I charge him with my own general, and so I kill him, as my advisor tells you. And now my opponent's army is gonna break and run away. So basically the whole battle was decided into this section of the map, this crossing of a river. It was a nice battle, especially considering that my opponent was playing to camp, but I forced him to move forward, and once our infantry clashed, he only had one path to move his cavalry, and I managed to block that path with my own cavalry. and by doing so I won the battle. But good game to my opponent, and of course thank you for watching. Ciao ragazzi!